And I'm not surprised that very often Lewis and Tolkien were walking here and were talking here about God, about another world. It's so nice, so fabulous. What is special in the fiction books written by Oxford authors in the 20th century? Why such books as Chronicles of Narnia or The Lord of the Rings became so popular and millions of people are reading them? Hello to everybody. If somebody don't know me, I am Irina. I am historian from Ukraine. For last years I live in Great Britain, and on this channel I try to tell about things that impress me here in England. I would say from childhood I never have been the fan of fiction. Probably because I found a lot of interesting things in the real life, and also I like history. When I joined historical department of Cherkasy University in Ukraine, everyone there was so serious. All our professors told that we need to check all the facts, all historical resources, and provide all evidence for our research works. Do you know what tours are the most popular in Oxford? These tours dedicated to C.S. Lewis and John Tolkien. I became curious about this. And what was the most interesting? These two people were very serious professors of Oxford University. They studied history, they studied language. I became very curious why they started to write fictions. Together with my son Marianne, we were watching Chronicles of Narnia, and I would tell it's very impressed me. But the most interesting was when I found out about the details of life of its writer. So C.S. Lewis, or simply Jack, his nickname was Jack, was originally from Ireland. His family was Protestant, just normal Protestant family. Unfortunately, his mother died when he was just little, and his father sent him to England just alone. He was very curious about studying, about education, when very soon the First World War broke out, and he was sent to Europe to fight in the British Army. There, in military trenches, he lost his friends. So it was the second loss in his life. During the rest of his life, he tried to understand the meaning of this life. First, he was completely atheist. He did not believe in the God. In some way, he lost hope. But after the war, he came to Oxford, and he found here people who also have the same interest as he. So friends, right now I am in Magdalen College, where C.S. Lewis used to work. I found here a very nice vivid cafe, student cafe, where they eat, and first time I try student food. This soup, for instance, it costs just £1.50. It's very cheap price for Oxford. Usually soup costs in the city around, I think, £6. So I'm very happy to be here. As you can see, they have very nice riverside with bridge. In that direction is, by the way, London. every week they met in the pub and they called themselves Inkling Group. One of the best friend became John Tolkien. John Tolkien was Catholic and he believed in God. During the long discussion with Tolkien, Lewis one day came to understanding that God exists and he became the strong Christian. So this is the old way around the college. And what I see here, just look on this. This is the little deer's farm. This one just look on us. It's so-called Edison Walk. And I'm not surprised that very often Lewis and Tolkien were walking here and were talking here about God, about another world. It's so nice, so fabulous, with a lot of colors, deers, animals, green trees, evergreen trees. You really feel yourself like in another world. Jack Lewis was very interested in medieval history, and it gave him opportunity to join the Oxford University and to provide lecture there for students. His lecture were amazing because there was no room to settle all the students during his lecture. He became very popular there. But C.S. Lewis was not ordinary professor. He tried to understand knowledge by not his mind, but by his heart. Probably that is why he became so popular. This so-called a new building you can see in film Shadowland about C.S. Lewis. As he told, this is not new, this is from 1700s, but it is much more younger than these Baroque Elizabeth time buildings. And this time another big war break into the Europe. From 1940, Great Britain was heavily bombed by Nazis. Almost every night, Londoners experienced bombing on their cities. Thousands of bombs were thrown into the city. There were the big explosion. We understand this now in Ukraine. I think these people who live in the war zone right now, they strongly understand the meaning of life and they appreciate every moment of their life. During the night, people hide in underground, in metro. Their houses were bombing, but in the morning they go in for work, they enjoy life, the theaters were open. So when the Second World War started, C.S. Lewis offered his help on military field, as he had experience from the First World War. At least he could be instructor for the young soldier. But he got refusal. So instead, C.S. Lewis showed his support to Londoners in different way. He frequently came to London BBC radio and he speak there about Christianity, about the meaning of life, about God. He told about his own experience, about his own ideas, and thousands of people were listening to him. During the war, his house became full of children. He took a lot of children to his own house from London. As you know, a lot of children were evacuated from London and hosted by different families over the England. One girl even remember how she was impressed that this house of famous writer C.S. Lewis. Later, when she wanted to be actress, C.S. Lewis even paid for her education for 2 years, and she became professional actor. She told that she would never had this possibility without his support. So we're going to visit Jack Lewis' house. From the name of the street, it should be somewhere here. It's very excited when you have passion about something or about somebody. It looks like you come as a guest. So friends, welcome to Kilns, the house of famous C.S. Lewis. And during the Second World War, he hosted children from London and also depict them in his famous Chronicles of Narnia. I very hope that somebody is here. As you can see, there is heat in the house. I don't know if we can get inside. Just look how old and nice to look outside. We can imagine how he used to write his novels here, walking around this nice and old garden, probably sitting on that bench. And of course children from London, they were playing here. So there was the man in the house. He opened the door. He told that 3 times a week they provided tours about C.S. Lewis in his house, and I need to book it. So I decided just to go into the nice lake nearby the house. As I learned from his biography, he used to play with his brother in the garden nearby their house, and he definitely likes such natural, such wild place. That is why he liked to depict different wood animals, forest animals and creatures in his fiction books. So based on all his talking on the BBC radio, Lewis wrote his Christian book called May a Christian. But the most popular his books became fiction books. Actually, this fiction book he wrote not for adults, he wrote them for children. After Second World War finished, they met together with Tolkien in the pub and they discussed their fiction books, and it was like their hobbies, their special free place that's not limited by historical knowledge. They invented a completely different word. Although Chronicles of Narnia look children books, but in fact this is a simple way to explain the life of Jesus, how life works. the fight between good and bad, the fight between God and devil. The lion who gave his life for his friend, actually he is the prototype of Jesus Christ, who sacrificed himself for people. Unfortunately, not everyone in Oxford University understand these weird hobbies of dear professors. That is why Lewis never have been promoted to professor post, although he was very powerful and very popular between students. And it's not surprising that his children's book became so popular over different kind of readers, over the teenager, children, and over the adult. 100 millions of books were read over the world. And nowadays, C.S. Lewis is recognized as one of the most influenced and one of the most famous writers of the 20th century in Great Britain. So this is incredible story that impressed me. The man from Oxford University who was searching for meaning of this life and who tried to live in this world not by his mind, but first of all by his heart. I'm really happy to share with you this information. I'm really happy to have this opportunity to learn amazing life of amazing people of the world in Great Britain. If you would like to share your own thought about C.S. Lewis, about all these great people, write me please in the comment. It would be very interesting to read. So thank you for watching, enjoy your day, and see you in the next video. Goodbye. This year, the summer will come true. This year, this year. This year, the summer will come true. This year, winds will not strip the blossom from the apple trees. This year, no want of rain destroy the peace. This year, time's nature will no more defeat you, nor all the promised moment in their passing cheat you. This time they will not lead you round and back to autumn 1 year older by the well-worn track. This year, as all these flowers water, we shall escape the circle and undo the spell. Often deceived? Yet open once again your heart. Quick, 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 quick! The gates are drawn.